Hi everyone, welcome. This is part one of my color along out of Teresa Goodrich book Autumn Scenes. This is not her newest one. This is 2017, so this is an older book, but it has great pictures. This is my favorite, right next to Autumn Charm of hers. So the book was requested and I got to pick a page. However, I had quite a few pages done out of it already. So I decided to go ahead and pick this page. So we're going to do this little picnic wine glass page here. I thought this one would be a fun one to try. I am going to do this one in Prismas. And I think for now, I'm going to go ahead and start with the sky. So I'm going to move my little tag. My one question to you, even if you're not following along, if you just want to see how it's done, what color grapes should we do? Because at first I was thinking green, so they wouldn't blend in, because I plan on doing red apples for fall. But then I thought maybe if I do the wine purple, I should have purple grapes, purple and green contrast. But then if I have a dark red tablecloth, it might blend in with my grapes. So I need help. I need a grape color. So let me know down below if you watch this in the next couple days or whatever. Let me know what you think on grapes. And I'm going to go ahead and start up here for now. So for the sky, the sun is off to the side here, which I found neat. So instead of just doing a plain Jane sky that was all yellow or all blue, I decided to spice it up. So first things first is I'm going to take a dark, and I had my cheat sheet here. I'm going to take a dark orange, or light, oh my goodness. This is what you get for recording at bedtime. A dark yellow or a light orange. Mine is called Yellowed Orange in Prisma, and a Canary Yellow. So for those of you using other brands of pencils, there are my swatches. I'm going to turn this light a little and try to keep it off camera, but that way you reduce some of the shadow. I'm going to pull you in a little closer and let's see what we can do. Alright, so here we are. Let me get some things off screen here. So like I said, I'm going to take my yellowed orange and I'm going to go around the outside of this sun. Every time I record, that kitten decides to get wild. So I'm not pressing real hard yet, but I am trying to make sure my circle stays somewhat a circle. Okay. Canary yellow. And I'm going to back blend, which means I'm going to go over the orange and then come out some. Not covering the whole thing. We are going to leave, not a huge, we don't want like a huge nozzle, but we are going to leave a little white dot in the middle of that sun. It's so bright, it's got a little white spot in the middle. Okay, if you want, you can take your white. If not, leave it alone, whatever works for you. Okay, now this is an Arteza ivory or cream, depending on when you bought your set. I believe they changed the name. But I'm going to go around the outside of that black line. Now this black line will disappear because I'm going to go over it with a white gel pen. But for now, it is kind of guiding me, keeping my circle here. Okay. So we're just going to bring that ivory out however far we want. I'm going to come over quite a ways. Now I am going to blend with white, so I'm not too worried about filling in all the gaps, but I am trying to avoid leaves and tree limbs if possible. This is a little bit much to try to avoid some of these littler ones, which is why I went with this easy sky. I know there's the temptation there to add clouds and things in, but with all this going on, you wouldn't really be able to tell the clouds from the rest. So I'm going to stick to just colors, color blending here. So once I have it out kind of even, doesn't have to be directly. You don't want a straight line. Skies don't just shift colors in exact straight lines. But we do want it, you know, we don't want all the way over here and all the way back here. We do want kind of even. Okay, we're going to take that white and we're not going to bring it out very far. We're just going to blend the end where we stopped. And the reason we bring this white in after this yellow is because if you come in right with a blue, you could also go gray. I forgot not to hit that line because the white smears the ink. Okay, make sure it's not on my tip here. You could also do a gray if you want, but I don't want a dreary sky. I want a happy sky. But if you come right in over with your blue, you're going to get kind of a greenish tint, which works in some cases, but not what I'm going for this one. For some reason in these books, this white will pull this black ink, so be very careful. Okay, so just a thin little line there, nothing serious. Again, just fixing. Some of my ink got pulled because I hate that. I don't like the look of it at all. Okay, and then I'm taking a cloud blue. So if you are swatching, we are here. Get my cream in here. I'll swatch them side by side so you can kind of see the two color variances I have going here. So there is my blue and my cream. I'm going to turn this a little. And I am going to back blend over the white, but I'm not necessarily going to cover the yellow. And I'm going to bring this out a little ways. Again, trying to avoid that black ink. So the sky takes a little bit of patience here to get in between everything. You could do this with chalks as well if you don't like doing it all with pencils and then erase what you accidentally cover. I think it all evens out to being about just about the same time-wise. Okay, so you can see we have a harsh little bit of line here. You can definitely tell where I stopped and where I started. I will come back and fix that. I'm just kind of right now plotting how far over I want this light blue, because I am going to bring over one more shade of blue. So I'm just kind of feeling it out here, how far it looks natural. And I'm thinking about there. Okay, I'm gonna come up a little over these trees here. Okay, and then I'm gonna take, I had a blue out, but I changed my mind on the blue I wanted. So give me 1 second. Yep, I can go on to this one. Let me see. Yeah. Coming in with a light cerulean blue. Not gonna press hard, not gonna burnish, because I'm going to go over this with the cloud blue after. I want just a little bit darker here. And if you want to work from the dark blue over, you can do that as well. Whatever works for you. I just always have a habit of going light to dark. I am putting my sky in before I do the tree, just for the fact that if I get out of the line or anything like that and I hit it with my yellow or my blue, it's going to drag that brown across the sky. I've done that. I don't like it. Lesson learned. If you are more precise with your pencils and stay in the lines, go for it. Alright. Just kind of, I'm not burnishing, but I am making everything about one shade darker here. Bring just a touch of that over. So we have three very distinct sections that aren't blended. Just like that, I got that leaf just a little bit, just... Alright, so now I'm going to work backwards. Okay, so over my dark blue, I'm going to come with my cloud blue. Small circular motions help it blend nicely. Okay, and then we're going to get to where our colors meet, so same thing. Small circular motion here. Again, I'm going to bring a little bit of this darker blue. I just threw my cream on the floor. Out just a little here. Same with right here behind this leaf. I just don't like how it stops right there. It gives it a weird stopping point, so. Okay, same with right here. Now, if you want, you can take your darker blue. You can add a few. This page is so busy, it's hard to decide where. Few darker spots. Kind of give the sky some character. Again, watch for your green. I'm going to blend that out so it won't be so green, but depending on the blues you use, you might get a really dark green right there for that, from that. Okay. I'll blend this partially out with this blue, and then I'm going to do it with the white to get rid of the green. Trying to avoid that tree some. I feel like we need a little more blue right here. It's all just about eyeing it. It's kind of why this takes a little while, because it's a lot of going back and forth with your pencils. Blend this one out right here. To fix my tree a little so I'm not dragging ink. I feel like it's getting muggy right there and I don't want that. Okay, I'm going to add a little darken right here. Alright, and that is going to be our sky, basically. I will have to come back and, you know. Now I feel like I have a really weird spot here. Okay. So that darker blue just gives our lighter blue a little bit of life here. So it doesn't look so straight. I can't see on camera how well that's coming out, but eyeballing it right here, it looks okay. Halfway point, perfect. Okay, just kind of making sure I got my branches uncovered here. That's probably a lovely noise to hear repeatedly. Sorry. All right. Just blending that where they meet with that white just a little more. Don't want any harsh. I'm going to put the blackbirds in with pen, so I'm just going to leave him alone for now. Not even going to worry about him. I missed a little spot right here. I'm going to go ahead and add in some more dark. Okay, take my light blue. All right, and there we are with that for now. So I will probably touch that up a little more, but for now I'm gonna call it good. I think I will go ahead and work on the tree, and that way we're kind of working our way down a little and we have our browns in. So give me one moment. All right, for those of you following along, there is my swatch, dark, medium, and light. I did go with a little bit more of a reddish brown just because it's going to be a fall page and I'm going to have a lot of reds and things down here. For those of you following color-wise in Prismacolor, I have, I think that one is, oh yep, dark brown. I remember because I got the gold paint on it. Goldenrod and Sienna brown. And I'm going to just get on camera for one. Teresa has this outlined fairly well, so everywhere these dark lines are is where my dark is gonna go. So I'm just gonna go around and put in my dark brown. Now we're going to be a little careful where this touches the roof. So I'm going to leave that alone for now, because I'm probably going to do it a lighter color. I don't want to lose it in that roof. I'm not putting this everywhere. Alright, kind of just, she's obviously got a dark spot right here for us, but on the branches I'm kind of sticking to the undersides of them. And I probably won't do this whole tree on camera because I don't want you to have to watch me erase everything here and start with this half of the tree and show you the effect, and then I will fight the rest later. Okay, so that was my dark brown. So I'm going to go sienna, pardon the noise. I didn't think I would get to the tree or I would have had my pencils ready. Thought the sky was going to take me a little longer. Okay, see how I'm leaving white? We want to leave room for that highlight color. So I want to make sure that everywhere there's dark brown, I touch it with this, because I don't want to go from dark brown straight to the goldenrod, because it'll give an ugly look, because there's not that transition color there. I missed a little spot right here with my dark. Okay. But I still want to have room for that goldenrod in here. All right, so like I said, the rest of that I will do off because it will be the exact same, but this should give you a good idea of what we're going for here. If you lose your dark, you can put it back in, so don't worry about it. Or you can work light to dark, whatever works for you. But I just want to make sure I keep my details. Okay, now it's time for the goldenrod. Pardon the noise. Okay, and then I'm just going to blend over it just a little. I don't want to lose it, but I want to not have too bright. Okay, coming in. Small circular motions to blend the colors. See, I got a knot in my tree right here, so I'm going to come in with that dark. Now remember, I don't want that dark next to my light because it gives an ugly look. So we're going to put in that little bit right there. Small circular motions where you can. Some of these areas are pretty small, you're not going to be able to, but all right, so there is our tree and our sky so far. I think it is coming out nicely. I missed like a whole branch right here. Got a little wild in a couple spots. And this is just someone had asked me, this is just a Tehu electric eraser. It takes batteries, and it was super cheap when I got it. I didn't get it because it was fancy or anything. It's like the first one I bought when I started coloring and it just hasn't dyed yet, so I keep using it. That's all there is to that. It does come with like tons of replacement little eraser pieces though, which is nice. Okay. All right. There we are. Here's how we're looking. All right, so while I'm thinking of it, I'm quickly going to take, this is an Arteza Inconic 0.4. It is just a very fine tip, fine lining pen. Quickly do my bird, and then I'm going to take a white gel pen, whichever brand you prefer, and I'm going to go ahead and block out that there sun outline we talked about. Now you don't have to, it doesn't really look bad with the black outline. I just like the look of it with the white. Personal preference. All right, so there we are. So I'm going to leave it there. I will let everyone answer kind of on the grapes, and then the next time we come back, we will tackle some of this. So we can bring some colors together and see what we want to do. Questions, comments, or requests, leave them down below, and I hope to see you for part 2. Thanks for watching.